Good morning. It is Wednesday, August 6th, 2025. Back here for another daily shake-up. Time to shake up your thinking and your actions in your life and in your leadership. Yes, this is the same background as yesterday because I just love it. I just, I'm in love with this background. So you may be seeing a lot of this until my mood changes. So we're going with that today. And indirectly, it relates because yesterday I was talking about impact and how we can grow our impact by enhancing, which is a choice, our impact awareness and responsibility. Today, I want to talk about ripples. And sometimes I say things that are just natural for me, but I don't realize the impact. And someone pointed out that it really touched them or reached them or hit home for them. So I figured I'd share it with you. And it's about ripples. And this idea that I love the concept of ripples because we do little things every day. That's the thing. We do little things every day and we throw that pebble into the pond or into the lake and it creates a ripple. And when we throw more of them, it creates more ripples and ongoing ripples and hopefully becomes a wave. But sometimes they just become ripples that matter because ripples create ripples in others and then they have their ripples. So the ripples that you create ripple through our lifetime and through the people in our lives and through their own ripples. And you never know what ripple impact is going to be. And that's the key takeaway. You don't get to know because impact, the ultimate outcome is not linear. Steve Jobs said this at his famous Stanford graduation speech a long time ago. He said a number of things, but one of the key points was that you can't connect the dots looking forward. It's only when we look back on our life we see how the dots connect. And the same thing is true with ripples, but even more so, we may not even realize that some of our ripples created a certain outcome because by the time the outcome comes, it's too distant from the ripples. And it doesn't matter. We don't need to know. We're always trying to figure out how to know things versus just trusting things. And are you living in a state of knowing and a need to know, or are you living in a trusting state? And trusting that these ripples that you create today will create some sort of positive impact. They'll make a difference. But come back to this. You don't get to know. For the most part, we never know what impact our ripples create, whose lives got impacted, how the world is different because we existed. Every one of us creates ripples of change, some intentional, some unintentional. Some we might label positive, some we might label negative. The labels don't matter. The point here, trust your ripples, not what you get to see in the outcome because you don't get to see it. You don't get to know it. And think about how a ripple goes. If you throw a pond if you throw a rock, a stone, a pebble into a pond, it's probably going to have something that some scientist could say, well, this is exactly what the ripples will be based upon the density of the water and the density and the weight of the stone and all this science. But the reality is when we're thinking about life in real life ripples, we don't get to see how it's going to turn out. We don't know. It's not predictable. My invitation is just keep creating ripples. Be more thoughtful, more intentional, more consistent. Throw more stones. Make more ripples and trust that it'll make a difference because it does and because you do. That's my invitation today. Ripples of the unknown outcome. Embrace it, live it, be it as a leader in your life and in your business. That's it for today. See you next time. Give us a like, ideally share it, comment, spread the conversation to enhance our leadership and our lives.